Alright. Hello everyone, welcome back to Zoombinis. I'm sorry if I cut it off a little bit on the last one. All I was saying is that these episodes are going to get a little bit longer now. That we're starting to get into the harder difficulties. Today's episode should be a little on the cleaner, shorter side, just because it's a deep dark forest. We're still traveling on easy logic for now, but we'll see if the game cooperates with me now. So the times are more using bees though. Sleeping it up the chance. Lure the fleas off the tree branch. And quite literally means that. We don't have a unique nose today, so we're not exactly in good spirits here. But we can still do a little narrowing down, possibly. See, there's still some stuff we can do, even with. We still have two somewhat unique situation with some of these. Like, see, like I can see 5 of these dark blues. So that tells me, this is, we need to use a blue or green nose to get through here. We also see, at minimum, 3. I see 4 green noses, so that tells me one of the red noses is available. Now, we still got more we can logic out here. Let's see. 5 purple noses, so that means that's the green or blue. This actually does help us because these two have also got different eyes. The fleas are very much like the Zoombinis. They all have 5 different types of hair, eyes, nose, feet. So, but that's part of the logic chain for the fleas here. Well, we know that we need a propeller and a bike because this one's got tires, much like this one. And then this one's got feet, much like this one. It's not terribly helpful to us. I mean, it is in that sense, so we know that much. So, and, well, this is one of 4. So, we know this is, Lendai, so she'll go. We'll put her on last, and then so now we need to figure out who. So we know who this is. So we need to figure out who these guys are. I think it's Lendai. Actually, it is Lendai because there's 4. So we need the bike. Like, we'll need a bike and something else. So let's start with Boofru. And we'll see. Okay, so we need to find. So it's our blue noses. So we need to figure out which one of these is the jets. So This has some jets are here. It's kind of guess and check work, really. So, okay, now we're done. Because there's 4 propellers, we've also hard isolated that this is the red nose, because there's 4 red noses. 4 of these green noses here, so we can take Lindai and boom, 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 bye-bye bye-bye flames. And what did the bees do this time? Ah, they cut them down to size. I think it cycles between the 3. The bees turn into the scissors, the arrow, or the munching piranha fish. There may be a 4th, but I don't know what it is. And I don't remember what the Fling's higher difficulty is. I don't go past not so the easiest difficulty for this for very often. I know I have done it.
She'll be closing the hotel for the night, so scamper.
And this will be an easy puzzle now. Let's hope drag and drop doesn't fail on this again.
Yeah.
Now this we may actually have a little bit, unless it's determined.
Just when I was starting welcome. You're just in time for
there are 5 rooms here.
Concerto. Help yourself to a room. I got rehearsal. Go ahead. Find yourselves a room.
Like before, I kind of glossed over this clock. It's your timer. Well, in a sense. This timer, every time you miss, the forest will get darker. And if it hits, and if it goes completely dark, it means the forest is dark. She closes up shop, and any Zoombinis not in a room get left behind. Because she's still on a bit of a time crunch now. If you don't do anything, it's infinite time. Don't worry about that. It's not constantly going. It might start going on higher difficulties. I don't know. I don't go. Like I said, I don't do Deep Dark Forest very much. I hate the Deep Dark Forest. So we'll start. But this is the main gimmick. This is the hotel for the Deep Dark Forest. Now, Zimpia will always is guaranteed every single time. Your first Zoomini will be guaranteed a room every single time. Now, unless this is determined by feet, which she can have do sometimes, Closenito is going to go in the same room. Now, this next Zoomini will determine a lot, because we may not figure if Okiglini doesn't go in, we'll at least know that there's another room. Yep. Oop. And there he goes. And there she goes. And the clock has now moved forward. I suspected this to happen, so I'm not surprised in the slightest that they're in a separate room. Partially because different nose, different eyes. So I'm willing to bet the rest of the blue noses are going to be in the same room. So we don't need to worry about the clock until then. Which is fine. It's within reason. Now, would it surprise me if the green noses and red noses were in separate rooms as well? No. In this case, no. So we'll take on Shuba. Okay, yes, it is noses this time. a little darker than what I was expecting, but yeah, no. Each nose is in a different room. She's a little picky today, but that's okay. That's okay. I wasn't expecting her to be, I wasn't expecting just to be, for us to get all the scenes to be in the one room today anyway. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put, and just bypass checking, and we'll just go and put, now, Linda will go in this room, but I could put her or and her sisters, her red-nosed sisters, into this room, and they'd be fine.
Hey,
Place for everybody.
that's cool.
Yeah,
a place
a
for
place.
everyone and everyone in a place.
Dream a little dream. She does say that, by the way. Not this time, apparently. But, oh well, that's fine. She's pleased that you find your own room. You want me to be honest, she should be helping you, but that I'm not gonna argue. Now we can go to my targets. One and all!
The target.
Watch for a pattern. Mudball wall.
On mudball wall.
Again, I love this contraption. This contraption is amazing. I'll deal with that in a minute. Well, just like before, now this is a brand new pattern. We got a yellow circle this time. Well, last time the yellow circle was here, or was it down here? It doesn't matter. It's not going to be there this time. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. We're going to change the color this time. You got 50-50 shot here of getting it right, because we got 4 spaces here and 4 spaces here, 2 of which will launch a Zombini on the column, and 2 of which will launch the Zombini on the row. So even if, just because we had the yellow, we had the color going on the row and the shapes going on the column, so it doesn't mean it's always going to be the case. In this case, so we're going to start with this. Okay, so it looks like the column, this column is the circle. Okay, so we're going to switch to a blue one. So we're going to figure out our colors this time. We'll figure out the shapes in a minute. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and switch the color. You can mess with this while the machine's going. You just can't launch until all the Zoombinis are loaded. Okay, so this line is green. Yeah, so let's go ahead. But we don't need we don't need the pink one anymore. I'm gonna start calling that pink. That's okay. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and launch the blue one. I'm gonna go ahead and launch the blue, because we know that that's going to be launching Zoombinis. Now we need to figure out another color. We're gonna leave it on blue because it's a 3 out of 4 chance I'm going to be launching a Zombini with this next shape. We'll start with square. Ooh, well, then we don't need to do square anymore. Well, now this next one's guaranteed. These next 3 launches are going to be guaranteed. Alright. Let's get star. Let's go ahead and put the star in. Then we'll switch to yellow, since we already know this one. Actually, we know them all, because we don't need the pink or the red anymore. They kind of just serve as tests for us to figure out everything else. So we'll start with the yellow because we got it loaded, and then the green one we can sit here and wait for the final 3 Zoombinis to get loaded. And this was a very smooth run for the Deep Dark Forest. I'm actually pretty shocked, actually. Very, very smooth indeed. I'm gonna let it launch, see if it let me launch it either.
Well done!
Okay, no, you can't. As soon as you've launched all the Zoombinis, you can't launch it anymore. Not that I want to. It's alright. I was gonna see if I can try and black out the board with what the mud we have left. No, apparently that didn't work out. Off the shade tree. This is gonna be a short episode. Not that I mind. A smooth one like that through the Deep Dark Forest is not common for me. Well, on the easy difficulty, it is a lot more common.
Another relaxing campsite ready.
I was having more problems.
For Zoombinis. And they'll need their rest. The darkest, most dangerous part of the journey is yet to come.
I still feel like he's being a little over dramatic, but oh well. But that's going to be the end of this episode. We've got 16 Zoombinis at Shade Tree now. With a much more difficult, a little more difficult Mountains of Despair. Now, the Mountains of Despair are not going to be that much more challenging than what the first pass was. The Abyss is got a little more finicky with this design. The Mirror Machine is vastly different, and the Lion's Lair, is probably the easiest of the 3 still. But I'll save that for next time. I hope you all enjoyed this, because this has been fun to make. And I wonder if the sound got desynced again. I was noticing in a couple of my earlier videos that the sound got desynced. I may have to spend some time looking into that. What's causing that? You know, we'll see you all next time for Let's Play Zoombinis. Have a good day.